G'day, mate. We are back on YouTube. And I'll tell you, man, life's been lifing. I feel like we've all kind of embarked on this new reality. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like everyone's kind of gone on this new reality of post spicy coughs, post this, and I don't know, life's just felt different lately in terms of the way we all interact. And you go around, you see people looking on their phones everywhere, but we're supposed to be the most connected than we ever were before. But I've never felt more disconnected in my life, you know? It's different. It's different. And you guys would have seen I haven't been posting on YouTube, barely posting on Instagram, TikTok, because I went into business. I started a loan daddy, did the whole mortgage broking thing. And as of a couple weeks ago, close it down. It's done. Loan daddy's finished. I mean, daddy's still here though. I'm laughing at my own jokes. But reason being, when I'm speaking of being a dad as well, when you become a parent and even before all that, in this life, you always try to hustle and do something and do more and more and more. What I found myself doing was I'd be working my day job, coming home, working on the business, and then I'd just have no time for anything else. So spending time with family, those loved moments with your wife, with your daughter, your son, family, whatever it is. Like there'd be moments late at night, I'd be sitting at the computer doing stuff and I can hear the family having a good time, laughing, giggling, and I'm here punching out loans. What the heck? And I quickly realized that it wasn't for me. So in the interest of my own mental health, trimmed it off and now decided to focus on the day gig and get back into something that I'm a bit more passionate about, which is content, making videos and talking insights and fucking cars, bro. That's where it's at, and I was working a toxic day job and that's done. I'm now in a much better place mentally and just focusing on that. And even now, this is the time that I have to make content. Like I don't even care now. It's just put the light on, whack the camera on, let's talk. So I want to give this another shot because I think making videos is my forte and I've had a habit of just quitting things. And I think a lot of people do, which is where they start something and then they don't stick to it. But I heard this really great quote today, which was, if you're on the wrong boat, it doesn't matter how hard you paddle, you're still on the wrong boat. And I felt like some of the other business ventures that I've gone on, like the car trailer hire, rapping, music creation, finance broking, I felt like none of those are really aligned with me. It was more so just to kind of hustle and build something that would be monetarily feasible to gain and do something fun, right? But at the same time, make it my own. But I feel like content creation is like making videos. It's like one of those things where you go fucking throw shit at a wall until something sticks. So I've come up with this new strategy. Going back into content creation. Before I was kind of like, privacy, this, that. I got to keep my life under wraps. But it's like, bro, so what? What sort of privacy do we have nowadays anyway? So back in the game, going to be making some videos. And I think everyone can kind of agree that life's been different lately. So what I wanted to talk about in this video in particular, and this first 4 minutes was really a yarn, is that you guys need to know and watch this before you A, start a business, or B, have kids. One is this: when you start a business and you're working a day job, it's really hard to balance the two because you're dedicating 40 hours a week to your day gig and then you're dedicating the rest of the afternoon, evening to your side hustle. Plus at the same time, you've got to monitor your own health, your mental health, your relationships, whether it be direct family or partner or kids, friendships, all that stuff. And then that leaves you with a small pie and portion to eat and then gym and then actually work on the business side of things. So really this whole system is designed to fail. It's a system where it's like, and that's partially the reason why I quit finance broking, because it came to the point where it's like, I had clients coming to me, and this is one example. It was a car loan, and bro was like, "Yep, let's get a car loan, let's make it happen." And the rate that I found for him through my network was just pretty average. So I went back to him and said, "Man, this rate isn't that good." Even he was still keen to go for it, but best interest duty plus my own personal morals. I said, "Bro, just go through your direct bank and just see what you'll get." And he got 3 to 4% less. And I was like, "Bro, perfect. Just do that." So in other words, like, you do all this work and you don't get rewarded for it, because obviously you take your own personal moral values and beliefs and you do what's best for the other person, right? That's what you need to do. But in the broking space, it's too long didn't read. It's just so much work that needs to happen. And this all ties back to the way the system is developed, right? We are living in this world where interest rates are high. Cost of living is high. Like, bro, you go out to have lunch, it's about $20. You go have coffee, $5. Like, $25 you just to eat and have a coffee a day. That's underestimating it too. Right? Then on top of that as well, you got people are asked to go buy a house, get into real estate. It's all kind of like a bit of a scam, right? Because, like, how are you actually supposed to, I mean, the definition of mortgage stress is if your repayments are more than 30% of what you're earning. And I guarantee you, everyone out there, majority of people that are getting mortgages in the past 5 years or so, everyone's been getting a mortgage in the sense, majority of people, right? If you get like a 10%, 5%, 20% deposit, majority of your repayments are going to be more than 30% of your income. So if you're getting paid this much and half of it or more, or 30% or more goes towards your mortgage, you are technically experiencing mortgage stress. Look, what else is there left to enjoy life with, right? You spend X amount of time working, then you get taxed, and then you pay your mortgage, and then you pay your living expenses, and this is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So where do you actually get to live? You're left with this tiny little chunk, whereas you spend all this time. Now think about this, right? After you've worked, so let's say your tax bracket is 30%, right? Majority. After you've worked 30% of the week, which ends up being, I think, Tuesday lunchtime, from there onwards, the money you make, that's actually the money that you get to take home. Think about that for a second. Monday, you pretty much work for tax. Half of Tuesday, you work for tax. Wait, let me see if I get this calculation right. I hope I'm calculating this right. So 0.3 times 5. Yep, I was right. 1.5. Excuse my crusty old screen. Tuesday lunchtime. Now, today is Monday. I don't get to see any of that money. Tuesday lunchtime. From there onwards, that's when you actually start earning. Anything before Tuesday, midday, you're paying tax on. Then you factor in all your expenses, XYZ. Bro, it's like tying back to the whole topic of businesses and having kids, bro. Like, how are you actually supposed to thrive? How? You honestly, in this day and age, you have to be leaning on your parents. If you have the blessing of leaning on your parents, go for it. Give it a shot, because if you're out there renting and whatnot, there's either way is going to be a cost. One is a cost to your wallet. Other is a cost to your, I don't know, mental health to a certain degree. But if you put it this way, like the time you get to spend with your folks or with your in-laws and your partner's folks is limited. That's the time that you're not actually going to ever get back again. In fact, you might even look back and cherish those moments, and they will cherish those moments too. But yeah, these are the kind of things that I've just been thinking about lately, and kind of the things that I've had to go through personally as a man, as a father, as a husband, as a enthusiast, like still being able to do my hobbies by having less time for it, but still affording to do certain things. It's crazy, bro. It's honestly crazy. Like the way in which life has kind of come to a turn. So my goal now with creating this kind of content is to really create a community around this. So if you're watching this video, you've made it to the end now, shoot me a DM saying g'day, and I'd love to have a conversation with you and invite you to this cool little community. There's no cost involved for the early adopters, at least. And then down the track, we're going to build something fucking great. Because comment down below the kind of things that you want to learn, whether it be automotive, whether it be real estate investing, whether it be just life in general, gym, balance. A lot of my friends have told me, like, bro, how do you do all these things at once? And honestly, I don't freaking know sometimes. I just do it. But I want to see what I can add and share with the world. And I'm going to focus more on creating content for those that actually want to tune in. I'm not going to worry about making no crazy transitions and fucking mad intros and hectic cuts and shit. It is what it is. So, hope you guys are excited for the new chapter, because I am. I've just been talking my gab off for like the past 11 minutes. So, hope it was good. A podcast coming soon. Maybe not.